stand by our country kind of station. 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ, Shelbyville, Tennessee.
Look out, Middle Tennessee. Benny is on the beat. Here comes your host, Benny Pulley, going in-depth with singer-songwriters and musicians from across Music City and beyond, with live performances straight from historic WLIJ Studio B right here in Shelbyville. Benny on the Beat on WLIJ is sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fair, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and more in Bell Buckle. Now, let's see what we've got here. Here's Benny Pulley.
Half of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Cathy Jewell, joining me for live on the phone call, and she's in West Texas, I believe. That's what she told me. Is that right, Cathy?
Yes, it is.
Cathy Jewell. So we're glad to have Cathy with us. She's a singer, songwriter. You were born, you said, in West Texas?
Well, Benny, I was raised in West Texas. Actually, this is funny. I'm not going to say my age. You know, we women, we don't do that, especially the older we get.
Us men don't either.
Oh, okay. So I won't ask you your age either. We got a deal on that one. Anyway, my birthday is the 29th. So Labor Day weekend, I'm going to go to the place I was born that I've never been to since I was born. Wow. And that's Galveston, Texas.
Galveston. Wow.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah, I tell you.
But I grew up in Post.
Well, that's neat. You know, you never go back. I've been back a couple of times, I guess, in my lifetime, seeing where I was born. I was born in a little town in Arkansas called Lake Village, Arkansas, on Lake Chico, they call it.
Neat.
You know, my mother and all, they were from Stuttgart, Arkansas, which used to be the rice capital of the world at one time.
Oh, wow.
It was a big rice producing, you know, down there. So, but anyway, let's get back to talking about you and just sort of give me an idea. How in the world did you get into this? Singing and songwriting. I mean, you've been doing it a long time, the way it looks.
Yes, I have been doing it a very long time. I've always loved music. Of course, my parents owned the local radio station where I grew up when I was a little girl, and my radio family, even my granddad was in radio before that. So it was just natural for me to be in radio, first of all, and second of all, to love music. We had a radio on in the house at all times so that we could monitor the radio station. So I just absorbed every note of it, and always just loved music and loved to sing along to the radio and like to sound like some of my favorites. I never will sound like Dolly Parton or Patsy Cline, but I would sing along to their music and would try to sound like them. And I developed my own style. So I was very, very bashful as a child. And when I was a young teen, I started at the church. We started going, and I would, be in the choir with the older women because I really enjoyed music. And so my best friend at the time prodded me, and she said, "You have a really pretty voice. Why don't you see if they'll let you sing a solo?" And so when I was 14, I got up and thought I was going to die, honestly. I was so nervous, and sang my first song in church when I was 14.
Wow. I tell you, when you say solo, I tell them I sing solo, they can't hear me.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, yeah, a lot of people do get their start in church singing gospel songs, so it's a big deal, and especially in the southern states and southeastern states, and western states, there's a lot of people that's where they started.
Yes, that is so true. I've noticed that is a common thread in a lot of the country music artists, is that they started singing in church, and that's my first love is gospel music, of course. And it's so funny because a couple of weeks ago, we like to go to a fish fry at a marina close to here, a lake that we have in West Texas. And I was walking out the door, and I noticed that there was the lady who was my first choir director at church when I was 14, who was always so encouraging. She was walking out the door as I was, and I got to visit with her and hug her neck and let her know really what she meant to me when I was growing up.
Well, I tell you, that's encouraging. People don't realize the influence they have on a young person in life. They really don't.
Amen. That's so true.
Yeah. And so you began doing some singing and songwriting. I understand you was a DJ also.
Yes, since my parents had the local radio station, when I was a little girl, it was an AM, 1370 AM KPOS in Post, Texas. And it was KPOS, of course, because it was Post, Texas. But my parents had it, and then when I got older, as an older teen, then it became an AM-FM combo because FM became real popular about that time. Now I'm telling my age. But when I was 13, my dad gave me an opportunity to be on the radio after school. So I had like a 3-hour show after school. Once again, my knees were knocking. I was nervous as I could be. He walked in there, literally sat me down, and he said, "There's the cart machine." This was back when commercials were played on cart machines. Nobody knows what those are anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Cart machine. There's your cart machine where you play your commercials. There's your log from when to play them. There's your turntable to play your albums back then. And there's your microphone, and there's your microphone switch. See you later. And he walked out the door. I kid you not.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Well, that's a rough way to get started.
Yeah, but he just knew I could do it. He believed in me, and the first thing I did is get on the phone with my older sister, because she started a year before I did. And I called her. I said, "You better get over here right now because I need your help."
Oh, man. That's funny. Was the radio station close to where you lived?
Oh, yeah, 3 blocks. We always walked. Post is about 3,500 people. So we lived on 11th Street in a 2-story house. I always think about that song, "The House That Built Me" by Miranda Lambert. That's the house that built me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, ain't it?
Yeah.
You tend to love the place where you were born, and I was there. My place where I was born, I was there for like a day or two before my mother left, went back to Tennessee. So.
Oh my goodness!
But anyway, most of her family was from in Arkansas, but she'd been down there for a visit and then had to come back. So anyway, all right. Now the first song we've got on our list, I think, is called "Please Blue Moon," and it ended up being a #1 song in Europe in July 2021. And did you write this one yourself?
No, actually, the interesting thing about this song is that as I was growing up, I would listen to Bill Mack, Midnight Cowboy, and of course he wrote "Drinking Champagne" and the Leanne Rimes song "Blue." Well, he also wrote this song, and we connected through radio and became friends, actually. Well, he just told me one day, he said, "I have some songs I would like to send to you. I really feel like that you would sound really great on a song that I wrote back in the 60s. I really wanted Patsy Cline to record it, but that didn't happen." He said, "It's just been sitting there. Would you at least listen and see if he would be interested in recording it?" And so I said, "Well, yes. You don't have to ask me twice." And so he sent me a CD, which I still have, that has a lot of songs on it, and I actually recorded 2 of the songs on that CD. One was "Please Blue Moon," the other one was called "Redneck Daddy." And so the title cut to my album that I released at that time was called "Please Blue Moon," and it's a very special song to me because it's a Bill Mack song. Okay.
All right. Well, Mr. Brandon, if you would please play "Please Blue Moon" by Cathy Jewell.
When the teardrops start, I'd rather live my life in total darkness than be caught in the sorrow of your life. Oh, please, please, blue moon, stop shining. Don't shine your light on me tonight. He never placed a ring around my finger, though I see a ring around your satellite. Oh, please, please, blue moon, stop shining. Don't shine your light on me tonight. Don't shine your light on me tonight. Oh, please, blue moon.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fare, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
This is Benny Pulley, on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Cathy Jewell out of Texas, singer-songwriter. And we just played her song, Please Blue Moon, which was great, by the way.
Thank you.
And I heard you said Bill Mack wrote that for you. And
Yes.
it won a award in 2018. So tell us a little bit about that.
It was through the ACM, and yes, it was a great honor to have that song do so well. It's definitely what you would call traditional country. We wanted it to sound with the fiddles and the steel, and so I think we captured that. And I got the stamp of approval from the songwriter, Bill Mack. He said that I knocked it out of the park, and that really meant a lot to me that he approved of it.
That's good. That's good. And you said he gave you several. Is there some more of them in your future?
I don't know. I I need to get with his son, Billy Mack. What a sweet guy he is, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind at all. I really haven't discussed that with him, and I need to get ready to do another project, but I'm right in the middle of my new one right now, so I need to be looking ahead better. But yes, I mean, all the songs he sent me were excellent.
Well, that's great. And then, too, you kept that traditional, like you said, that traditional country, because the award was for Pure Country Song of the Year.
Exactly. And I do want to give a shout-out right now to Jenny. I appreciate her so much. She is such a great promoter of me and Randy Seymour and so many others, and just independent artists, and we can't say enough about that. And also, Benny, thank you for what you do and this program that you're doing. It's excellent, and we all appreciate it so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome, and I appreciate doing it for y'all because, you know, there's a lot of talent out there in this United States of America that we're missing. A lot of people haven't heard of them, and you know, we cover like around 30-something counties into northern Alabama, and it's you know, if we can get it into some of those, then those people will tell somebody else, you know, and that's the key for anybody that's in the music industry. If we can get it out to the public, and then they can tell somebody else, well, I heard so-and-so on the radio, then they'll pull it up and listen too, you know, and that's how we get our music that we want out, you know.
Yes.
Out there, you
it's
know.
It's all about promotion.
That's
I mean,
exactly.
It's kind of like we're in radio, and I always tell my businesses, if you own a business and you don't tell people, it's like blinking in the dark. You know you're doing it, but nobody else does. So we have to remember that.
Yeah. You know, I see these businesses come into town, you know, and I've talked to them about advertising, you know, oh, no, I don't really want to spend no money doing it. I said, well, you know, it will help, you know, and they don't listen to you, and then 3 or 4 months later, they're gone out of business, and you're going,
exactly.
You know, you didn't promote it. Nobody knew you were here, you know, because
that's the whole thing. You got to let people know, and you're right. The music's the same way. I had a friend of mine who was in radio. This is funny. I'll tell this real quick. He had a business that told him that they didn't advertise, and he said, okay. And he said, do you have a ladder? And they were like, yeah. Can I borrow it? And they were like, why do you need a ladder? And he said, well, I'm going to go take down your sign because you said you don't advertise.
Oh, that's a good one.
I thought that was funny.
I had to use that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Use it.
You know, but that is the truth, you know, and then some people think that, you know, they don't. I had a company here in town, and I started in probably 91 here in Shelbyville with my business, and I advertised. It was strictly AM back there in WLIJ. I advertised on their station until I shut it down in 2010. Every month I advertised with them, and that's why I got this job, because Paul said, you advertise with a lot, you know how businesses think. No, you know, so I said, well, you know, it's the thing is, it's keeping the people's name out in front of the public. It's like an artist.
Exactly.
If I keep your name out in front of the public, they're hearing it all the time, then eventually they're going to nibble or bite.
That's true.
Yeah,
I totally 100% agree. So you're doing a big service to all of us by doing exactly that for the artist, and we appreciate you.
Yeah. Now this Please Blue Moon, it also charted #1 in Europe, right?
Yes, it did. It became #1 on the European chart, and I want to give a shout out to Nick with Whiskeys and Cigarettes. So he helps me promote there in Europe and does a fabulous job. And in fact, I think my new song, which we'll be playing later on this hour, is sitting at number 13 or 14 this week on the charts.
Well, that's great. You know, and it's surprising to me how well country artists do in Europe. And bluegrass artists too, because we work with Valerie Smith, who was from Bell Buckle, and she's on Bell Buckle Records there for a while, and she is big over in Europe, and it's just you just don't realize the Europeans really love Americana, country, and bluegrass music.
They really, really do. They eat it up.
Yes, they do, and you know, that's a big market. Now I know they're playing you in Canada and Scotland and Ireland and most all the Scandinavian countries. So you're getting well way out there.
Yeah, I need to get over there and perform for them and live. That would give me an excuse to go to some of these countries that I've never been to before.
Well, that's true, and you know, I understand like that a lot of the concerts will sell out. You know, they'll have 400-500 tickets. You know, small venues, but they sell out people want to hear it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they probably think it's neat that somebody's from Texas and traveling over there to perform for them. So, it's definitely a draw, and I'm very thankful for everybody who plays my music.
Well, that's good. Now, this next song we're going to play is called Gossip. And tell us a little bit about it. Did you write it?
I did. I wrote that song. It's on my gospel album that I recorded during COVID, in 2020.
Okay.
And I'd always wanted to do a gospel album, and so I just said, you know what, now's the time. And I got really inspired on all these songs, and all but 3 were written solely by me. And I love the Lord, and felt like that all my albums that I have a gospel or 2 song on them, but this one is fully gospel, and this is one of the songs that I wrote, and it's just a song about how, one of the things that we do as humans, and we all do it, none of us are exempt, we'll say something about somebody else that might be negative, and instead of looking at ourselves and seeing what we need to work on, we're focused on someone else, and that's basically what this song's all about.
Yeah. Now, what's the name of the album?
It's called You Are Engraved on the Palms of My Hands.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's a gospel song called Gossip. And Mr. Brandon, if you'll play it for us.
If you want to hear the latest, you'll find it at the coffee shop, and you'll find out even more at the local downtown drugstore. Hang out in the beauty shop, and you can listen to the gossip of who did what and who did who the weekend before. Like a raging fire spreading out of control, it just goes on, and people love to hear it, even if it ain't true. Every time it gets retold, seems they add a little more. And don't think you're above it, 'cause they'll talk about you too. Say don't peck with the chickens if you plan on flying like an eagle. It don't matter if you are talking or listening. It's gossip about your brother, and we're all God's people. Words have the power of victory and defeat, of building up or tearing down. We have the choice to pray instead, because when you throw dirt, you just lose ground. Say don't peck with the chickens if you plan on flying like an eagle. It don't matter if you are talking or listening. It's gossip about your brother, and we're all God's people.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville. 931-680-9898 and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
This is Benny Pulley, on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. I'm here with Cathy Jewell, joining me from Texas on the phone, and we're having a good conversation. And while we're not on the air, I'm telling her all kinds of crazy stories, getting her laughing.
You just got me laughing so hard my stomach hurts.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I might ought to be a comedian. I don't know.
You made my day. I tell you, some of your stories are funny.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody, But anyway, but tell us a little bit more about this song Gossip. What drove you to writing that? And I know you're going to probably think about the same things I think about, but.
Right. But I had somebody come up to me that was a friend of mine, and he said, "Did you so about you?" And it was very hurtful. And I was like, first of all, why would you tell me that?
Yeah, right.
And second of all, I can't believe somebody would say something so mean. And so it got me thinking about how, our tongue is such a violent thing, and the things that we say can spread around even if they're not true, and people think they're true, and then it changes people's perspective of that person. There's just so many things that can happen when you gossip, and it really can destroy someone.
Oh, it does. I agree with you.
So I think that, and it made me evaluate myself. I've never been someone that gossiped about people, but I mean, we all have sin. We all think things we shouldn't think. I might have thought something negative about somebody. I try to be kind to everybody.
Yep.
Sometimes that's hard depending on who it is, but
I agree with you.
But the bottom line is, I don't want to be a gossip, and I think everybody needs to be reminded of, what gossip can do.
Oh, yeah. So I'll give you an instance. We used to do the flea market, me and my dad and mom, and we would sell my wood products at these flea markets. So my dad had a heart attack, and he came through it, and then, this is like a few weeks later after the heart attack and all, and my wife's helping us because my dad wasn't able to help much, and so she's there, and she comes. These two couple come up, and they said, "I'm sorry about your husband dying." And she said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Well, we heard he had a heart attack and died." And she said,
"Wow.
No, you want to talk to him? He's right there."
Oh my goodness!
See, it was my dad who had the heart attack, and then they presumed that Benny had died, and right. They stretch it all out of proportion, and so it just really, it's like, what in the world?
And part of the music, or part of the lyrics in that song, and that's what it says, is it just grows and grows.
Oh, yeah.
Like a fire out of control.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, the next song we're going to play here in just a minute is Heart of Gold. So tell me a little bit about it and how that came about.
Oh, and I wanted to give a shout-out to Vaughn Lofstead from Nashville, Tennessee. He's the one that recorded the album, my gospel album. He also recorded the Please Blue Moon album, and he's just a great guy, does a fantastic job. And this new album, for the first time, I recorded it at Clarksville Creative Sound. I'm a Clarksville Creative Sound artist. And Heart of Gold, and a lot of the songs on my new project, which the title cut is Heart of Gold. It was recorded at Clarksville Creative Sound, of course, and I wrote a lot of these songs with Kurt Ryle, who is the producer and owner of Clarksville Creative Sound, as well as Steve Markwart. But we had a writing session. I had never had one before, believe it or not, at my age. I had just always written my own songs, but he offered to co-write some songs for our project with me, and of course he used to be with Mel Tillis, and he's one of the most played session musicians in Nashville, and he's written a lot of great songs, and so I feel honored that we got to partner up and write these songs together. So this is a song that was written by Kurt Ryle and myself, and it's just a song about how this guy doesn't have a lot of money, but he has a heart of gold, and he treats me like a queen, and really, that's the most important thing, more than, having all these material possessions.
Right. Now, this Clarksville Creative, now, where are they out of? Clarksville?
Yes, they're out of Clarksville, Tennessee.
All right.
So we went up, and I recorded a song with Lonnie Spiker out of Nashville. He asked me to do a song with him, and so we partnered up on a song called That's All It Took, and that's when Kurt first heard me sing, and when he heard me, he said, I would really love to produce you, and I would really love to help you write some songs for a project. And so that's how that all came about. So then I went back, and we wrote all the songs, and then I went back the next time, and we had it all put together, and everybody came in, and I got to see the whole process, and it was really cool, and I think the project turned out really, really good.
Well, that's good. Now, Mr. Brandon, I tell you what, if wait, hang on, man. There he comes. Okay, Heart of Gold, if you don't mind.
Mama always said marry a rich man, 'cause she knew I had an eye for things that shine.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on 114 East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville, 931-680-9898, and online at blackandbluesports.com.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle War Trace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Hello, Trouble. And he's got a friend. It's Benny on the Beat on 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Sponsored by Black and Blue Sports, Hawkins Flight Academy, Southern Fare, and by Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle. Now let's send it back to Studio B.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here with Cathy Jewell from Texas, and we're going over some of her songs. We just got through playing Heart of Gold, which was a real good song, by the way. And
thank you.
I like it that you do a lot of the, I guess you would call it traditional country and western singing. And
yes.
That, to me, the country music genre is trying to change a little bit into more of a, I call it, would be Southern rock.
Well, that's the whole thing is I have no problem with people trying to make a living and for things to be different, but my personal opinion is it's not country, call it something else, which I guess they're calling it bro country now or something like that, but it's still not really country.
Right. I agree with you. It's not the traditional like we grew up with, the Johnny Cash, George Jones, that kind of stuff. It's more into an upper beat. And, and a lot of that, to me, if you remember the Eagles, all those guys, I mean, it would be similar to that. Which would be mild rock, I call it. And it's not, it's a soft rock, but it's still good rock.
Right.
But it just don't seem the same as it used to, I'll put it that way.
Right, yeah. I mean, good music is good music.
Yeah.
So,
and I like the music, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't believe it is considered traditional country music.
Right. Yeah, definitely not. But it's real refreshing to see even a lot of young artists that are coming up who are really taking to the traditional, and they're releasing songs that sound more traditional country. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and we had let's see, it was Layla Tucker and Hunter Kerbo in not too long ago, and Layla was doing more of a traditional, sort of like her mom did, and so it was nice, refreshing to see younger people like that taking on. It's a big deal to keep the opera type music going, the country music.
Yes, for sure, it is. We're trying to keep it alive and well. We play classic country at KSSL, and we appreciate you, doing what you're doing there, and that, we all make a difference.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. And then too, a lot of people say, "Well, I listen to streaming, but most of the people around here still listen to local because, I don't know about y'all, but we've got like Swap and Shop, we got trivia, we got your weather forecast, we got your news. All this stuff is local, and they want to hear what's going on."
Well, that's the whole thing. If you don't give them a reason to listen, they're not going to listen. But local radio is still an extremely popular form of listening for people, and for the very reasons that you just gave. We're keeping it local. We're giving them information they're not going to get on a satellite radio station from who knows where.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. So this next song we're going to play here in just a minute, it's called Sail On. So give me a little bit about the history of that and how that came about.
This song actually was written by Kurt Ryle, and I'm trying to think. There's 3 people that wrote this song. John Castleberry. I really can't remember the other 2 names off the top of my head. But Kurt Ryle, when I was at his studios, when I was recording the duet with Lonnie Spiker, and he had asked me if he could help me with my next project and wanted to write some songs for me, he said, "I want you to listen to a few songs that we have here. I really think that your voice would sound great on this song." So he played Sail On. That was the first song he played. And by the end of it, I had tears in my eyes. And I was like, that is in me. That is how I feel sometimes. And I want to record that song.
No, that was great.
So, yeah. So that's what really was the beginning stages of me working with him, is this song. So it's a very special song to me. It got the CMA of Texas Gospel Song of the Year a couple years ago, maybe last year. Once again, we talked about this off air. Time is going by so fast, I've lost track of time.
Oh, I agree with that.
But it won the CMA of Texas Gospel Song of the Year. And what's so special about it is I got to open the show with this song. And Red Steagall was also winning an award that night. We were in Katy, Texas, at Do-Si Do's. Mm-hmm. And after the song was over with and I was on the side of the stage, he got up from his chair, walked over to me, and he said, "I just want to tell you that your song tonight really blessed me." And that means a lot to me because he's one of my, people I've always really respected in the business.
Right. Yeah, I tell you, certain songs like that touch you when you don't think it should, and that's a good thing about country music and the gospel and different things, that the words that you write down or the words that you sing might touch somebody. You might not think they do, but they do.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing about music. It's the universal language, and it touches people in different ways. I have a guy by the name of Adam Paul Stone. He lives in the Fort Worth area. He's originally from Spur, which we used to live in Spur when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. It's just so funny how things connect. He's done my last 3 videos. He did Heart of Gold. If you go to my website or my YouTube channel, you'll see Heart of Gold, the video on that. Okay. And then Sail On. He captured the song in the video. It's just beautiful. So I would love for people to go on to YouTube and see the video to this song that you're about to play.
Now, the YouTube channel would be just Cathy Jewell?
Cathy Jewell Music. It's just youtube.com/Cathy Jewell Music. And you'll find this song on my page there.
That'd be good. All right, Brandon, let's play Sail On.
There's a storm out on the ocean that will soon reach the shore. Waves of fear pile up like mountains, and the walls may not endure. Sail on, and torn. Our bond holds us together, even when we're weak and worn. Faith is our refuge, and hope keeps us strong. Sail on, sail on, sail on. The world is just a desert island. Some are lost like castaways. They go down in raging waters as their dreams are washed away. But love is our vessel, and our compass points us home. Sail on, sail on, sail on. At times we take on water, and our sails get ripped and torn. Our bond holds us together, even when we're weak and worn. Faith is our refuge, and hope keeps us strong. Sail on, sail on, sail on.
All right, this is Benny Poe, behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here with Cathy Jewell, and we were just listening to Sail On. So that's a pretty song.
Yes, thank you very much. And like I said, that song means a lot to me. And Kurt Ryle and the other two that wrote that song did a great job writing it. And I think it's got a wonderful message. So thank you for playing it today.
Oh, no problem, no problem. We're going to try to get a couple more in before we get off here. But
Okay.
so give us a little bit about what the future's doing right now. Are you cutting another album, and how's that working?
At the moment, I am not. Every day, I don't know, probably most people that write songs do this. I mean, I'm always putting something in my notes in my phone because I'm always coming up with ideas. I'm trying to finish a devotional, excuse me, a devotional book right now.
Oh, cool.
And I've got about 10 more pages. I've been writing it for 3 years, and I'm on the downhill side of that. It's just something that I felt on my heart that I wanted to do. So hopefully I'll have that before too long ready to publish. And then, you know, like I said, I'm kind of gathering information and all to write some other songs for another album coming out hopefully before too long.
All right, now which one is what album is the one that you just got through working on? I know you just got through working on one here lately.
Yes, my latest project is The Heart of Gold.
Okay.
So, and of course you played the title cut a little bit ago, Heart of Gold. And then The Sail On is also on my new project. And then the one I believe you're about to play is my new release, If I Were a Song. And I'm assuming that's the one we're going to play next.
Yeah, that's definitely the one we're going to play next. So let's go ahead, Brandon, and play If I Were a Song, because I want to get them in before we get off of here. So thank you, sir.
If I were a song, I get deep inside your soul. My melody would fill your eyes with tears. If I were a song, make you want to hear me 1,000 times, stuck inside your head and coming in loud and clear. I make you fall in love with every single word. I'd be your inspiration and your strength. If I were a song, I'm the only one you love. I'd be the words, you'd be my melody. Song, you'd hear 1,000 violins and the voices of the angels while they sing. If I were a song, you'd know every single word. We'd be joined as one in perfect harmony. Make you fall in love with every single word. I'd be your inspiration and your strength. If I were a song, I'm the only one you love. I'd be the words, you'd be my melody.
Benny Pulley here with Hopkins Farm Broadcasting with Cathy Jewell from Texas, live on the phone with us, and we're talking about her songs and some that she's wrote, some that's on her new album, some on older albums, but the one we just did, If I Were a Song, tell us a little more about that. I know it's rated on the European chart right now.
Yes, it's up to number 14 on their chart, and I'm thankful that people are playing it and liking it. You know, when I met with Kurt Ryle and we did our songwriting session, I brought my binder of all the ideas I had, and some of the songs I almost finished, but I couldn't quite get there. And this was one of those songs where I said, you know, I've always wanted to write a song about a song,
right.
You know, and what a song can do. And a song kind of takes on a life of its own. And so that's how this song came about. And I have a video that goes along with it. It's on my YouTube channel. And it was shot in West Texas, close to where my radio station is, at sunset. And I think it turned out really good.
Well, good. Now, if anybody wanted to follow you, can they follow you on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. It's Cathy Jewell on Facebook. And then also Reverb Nation. I have a page on Reverb Nation, so they can go on there if they want to check out some of my music on there, and,
okay.
and also my bio and some pictures and things like that.
Well, that's cool. Reverb Nation, yeah. And then Cathy Jewell on Facebook. Now, we just got we got 3 or 4 minutes left, but before we get off here, is there anything you want to promote or anything you want to say, or you got any gigs coming up in Texas?
Well, one thing I would like to talk about is I am going to be releasing another song for my current project pretty quick, and it sounds like a song that George Jones could have done.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about traditional country ballad that is heartbreaking, and you're going to listen to it, it's going to break your heart.
All right.
But it will be coming out in the next few weeks, and so I'll be watching through that. And I just want to thank everybody who has supported me over the years with my music, and I would love to sing for you anywhere, in Texas or close to the area. I own a radio station, so sometimes it's hard for me to get away, but
right.
I will make time to get away to sing my songs because I love music, and it's just part of who I am. And Benny, I want to thank you for having me on your show today. It means a lot to me.
You're more than welcome,
you do
sweetie.
A great job.
I appreciate you doing it, and thank Miss Jenny for doing it and getting it all
Jenny.
set up. She's a workhorse. She does.
She's something else.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for her arm. I'm hoping it'll heal up pretty quick because she's been having trouble trouble with that arm here lately.
Oh, we're going to say some prayers for her.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, the song we're going to end on is one. It's from your gospel, one of your gospel things. It's called Itty Bitty Seed. So tell us a little bit about Itty Bitty Seed.
Well, Itty Bitty Seed was one of the first songs that I wrote for my gospel album. And I was thinking about my grandkids. Once again, I'm showing my age, but I love my grandkids.
Yeah.
And, the first song we sang in church as kids was probably Jesus Loves Me.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's kind of a song that I wanted my grandkids to really be able to just sing along to. And so I guess that's where I got the idea. And Itty Bitty Seed, you think about itty bitty,
right.
little babies. But it's actually about the mustard seed. And we don't have to have big faith. As long as we have faith, that's all he needs.
Yep.
And so this song is called the Itty Bitty Seed, and it's about the mustard seed.
All right. Now, how many grandchildren do you have?
I have 6, and they are all spoiled by their Gammy. They call me Gammy, and I love them all to pieces. They're just so wonderful. There's no words.
I know, man. I tell you, the grandkids spoil you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Brandon, play Itty Bitty Seed.
There's an itty bitty seed and that's all it takes. Plant it deep in faith and watch it grow. Just believe in what you cannot see, and you'll reap much more than what you sow. Every tree is known by the fruit it bears. Our lives are reflections of the seed. If you delight in God till eternity, He will take care of your every need. Seed grows and multiplies with the light of the love you give away. Even when it seems the light is dim, He will help you see a brighter day. Get you through the toughest times. Your harvest will come, just don't give up. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and be the light of God's love. We walk by faith and not by sight. The Lord rewards us for what we do right. Oh, that itty bitty seed grows and multiplies with the light of the love you give away. Even when it seems the light is dim, He will help you see a brighter day. Oh, that itty bitty seed grows and multiplies with the light of the love you give away. Even when it seems the light is dim, He will help you see a brighter day. Seed grows and multiplies.
All right, this is Benny Pulley, Hopkins Farm Broadcasting, here with Cathy Jewell. We just heard Itty Bitty Seed that she wrote. She said she had her grandchildren in mind when she wrote it, and it was a catchy little phrase, Itty Bitty Seed.
Well, that was the goal there, so thank you so much for playing that one today.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I like ending sometimes on a gospel song if we got one, and that makes it good. And that we've got a lot of good Christian people out there listening, and so we appreciate all of them listening today. Cathy, I want to thank you again for calling in today and taking your time. I know you're busy. I know how busy a radio station can be, and you're trying to you run 2 or 3 different directions, and it's always hard, but you managed to work it in, and I appreciate you doing that.
Oh, well, it was my honor, my pleasure, my privilege, and you do a fantastic job. Love your radio station, and I hope one day I can come and visit in person. That would just be so great. That
would be great for us too, because we've had a lot of well-known people come through these studios, and we've got just a lot of their pictures on the wall. They took down a lot when we first got here and packed them up, but I want to try to pull some of the old ones back out. Now I'm going to put a Cathy Jewell photo up on our wall here soon.
Well, I'm going to send you one that's autographed, and I'll send you some albums if you want me to, so you can give them away on the air.
I can do that. We can do that.
Right. Sounds awesome.
All right, Cathy. God bless you. I hope you have a good rest of the day, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much. God bless you all, and take care.
All right. Thank y'all, and y'all tune in next time.
Bring your printing or embroidery vision to life today with Black and Blue Sports of Shelbyville. Proudly serving your community since 2003, Black and Blue Sports offers embroidery, printing, digital media, and ad specialty products. Choose someone who strives to provide you with the newest trends and exceptional quality with no minimums. Black and Blue Sports on Wood 14, East Highland Avenue in Shelbyville, 931-680-9898. And online at blackandbluesports.com.
Southern Fare at 210 Lane Parkway in Shelbyville is serving the best breakfast and lunch around. Randy Morgan and his staff at Southern Fare offer sandwiches, plate lunches, burgers, salads, and all of your Southern favorites. Breakfast is served daily from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and lunch from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. with a different lunch special every day. Stop in and feed your appetite at Southern Fare on Lane Parkway in Shelbyville. Southern Fare, Southern favorites served daily. 931-536-5768.
Our trending fashions are boutique style apparel at affordable price. Something you're looking for? Look no further than Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. We have special brands from Judy Blue to other famous boutique style brands in most sizes for all ages. We also offer on-site permanent jewelry for the more adventurous shopper. In Bell Buckle at 102 Bell Buckle Wartrace Road. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. 931-813-3100. Shady Acres Creations Boutique and More is your new place to shop for the latest designs and fashion trends.
Mention this ad to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Curious about flying? Learn to fly at Hawkins Flight Academy in Shelbyville. The sky is not the limit. With state-of-the-art training and technology like aircraft equipped with Garmin avionics, Hawkins Flight Academy has what it takes to fulfill their commitment to your aviation success. Hawkins Flight Academy, empowering flight, inspiring pilots. 931-488-5969. Located at the Shelbyville Municipal Airport. HawkinsFlight.com.
Broadcasting from the gorgeous hills of Middle Tennessee. 98.7 and AM 1580. WLIJ Shelbyville.